Hey, hi, everybody. Hi, Julie. Hi, Melanie.
Hello, everybody.
Boy, what a show we have today. It's Senior Sunday. How about that? Hi, Marnie.
Hello.
Wow, 2 weeks in a row, Marnie's been here. Wow, that's pretty cool. Um, that's maybe more than that. She just commented 2 weeks in a row. Anyway, boy, last week sure was a heck of a show, wasn't it? With
It was.
Phoenix, and then we got to see an
Hello.
update on Peanut. Okay, that was amazing, wasn't it? So, anyway,
And here.
you can't hear us? We heard you a little while ago. Well, I'll be
Lillie,
darned.
can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. So
Oh,
it's just
okay.
Yeah.
Steve you can't hear.
I can't hear
Can
Steve.
you hear me, Melanie?
I can hear you.
Well, thank you.
Hope everybody else can hear me too. Marnie, can you hear me?
What happened to
we'll
Steve?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, you just heard me before the show started, right? Ask Julie that.
He's asking if you heard him before the show started.
I did.
Okay. Tell her to exit and come back in, and we're going to move forward. We got an
Julie-
amazing senior. Go ahead. Sorry.
Julie, go ahead and exit and come back in.
Okay, we'll do.
All right. And Marnie could hear me too. So how about that? All right. So we got some seniors coming on today, and make no mistake, seniors are the best. Okay. You can't get better than a senior. You wouldn't know. You don't have a senior right now, right?
Not right now. I have had a senior. I do. Well, I don't have a senior Great Pyrenees. I do have a senior German Shepherd.
Gotcha. All right. Anyway, okay, I'm going to bring Julie back in here.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Now you can hear me.
Okay, sorry about that.
Good. That's all right. So now everybody can hear everybody. I want to bring our first guest up, and our first guest is, I think his mom just got home from work, so that's why we're going to bring her up first. She's in Utah, all right, and she's had a very, very good life most of her life, but whoops, sorry about that. What am I doing here wrong? Oh, I moved Julie. There's Kota,
right.
and look at that view. Isn't that something?
Looks like Kota just got off work too.
It's nap time.
Yeah. Hi, Lindsay.
Hi guys.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
Boy, she really cleaned up nice, didn't she?
Oh, she really did. She is so fluffy and clean and no mats. She's
Wow.
beautiful.
Wow. And now she's been through a little bit here in her life recently, hasn't she? Both of you have, actually.
Yeah, we've been going through some big changes.
And you're doing better than she is, right?
Yeah, right now I am. So a few days ago, I was petting her and giving her massages and scratches, and I felt something on her ear. I pulled off a big tick.
Ah,
So
okay.
she's kind of under the weather right now.
Was the tick dead or was the tick alive?
It was alive. Its legs were moving. It was fully intact. It was
Okay.
engorged. It was pretty big, so probably been there for a little bit.
Okay.
But
Is Kota on flea and tick preventatives?
she was not, but she is now.
Okay. All right. So we'll have to, in a while, I don't remember how long it takes to incubate. Julie would probably remember that, but she'll have to get tested for Lyme disease is all.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know offhand what the incubation
Right.
period.
But the rescue will handle all that.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
was yesterday, you said?
This was I'd have to go back and look at my text to see when I text Sarah. It was a few days ago.
Okay. But the important part is Sarah's aware of it. So
Yes.
now
Mhm.
with Kota, you've had her a long time, haven't you?
Yep. We got her, me and my ex got her when she was 8 weeks old from a family farm in Riverton, Utah. They had some working dogs that had a litter. And so we got her at 8 weeks old, and that was in 2017. And we've had her the whole time. So she's lived with us on a half acre in West Bountiful, Utah, with some chickens and goats and ducks, and mostly outside. She prefers to be outside, or she did. And so me and my ex separated back in December. I moved out and got an apartment, and Kota stayed at the house with him. Well, then over the summer, he had to move out of that house and had a short time to move and couldn't find anybody to take her, and was going to take her
Mom
to
took
shelter,
her.
and I just couldn't let that happen.
Yep. And we got a hold of, and you got a hold of the Great Pyrenees Rescue Resources, Utah, Montana, and they've been helping you ever since, haven't they?
Yep, they sure have. They've just been so amazing. Been there for Kota, got her vet appointment, got her groomed, and just been helping look after her with me, and it's just been such a huge blessing to have found them.
Yeah. Now, so what's happening with Kota right now is I was messaging Sarah just for the show and asked her to message you to remind you about the show, because some people can forget sometimes. But anyway, and she had mentioned that she's a little lethargic, so she had a bunch of blood work done, and the blood work all came back good, huh?
Yeah, and how she's been acting the past couple days is, ever since I pulled that tick off of her, she's just been sleeping. She's just moving really slow.
Okay.
Ever since I got that tick off, she's just moving really slow.
Right.
She's now, when I brought her home to my apartment, she wasn't eating. She didn't eat for a couple days, 2 or 3 days, and I didn't know why.
And that's not unusual when you move a Great Pyrenees. That's not unusual.
And that's what I was thinking. Now, since I pulled that tick off, she began eating. So she's eating fine.
Oh, okay. So she didn't want to share with the tick is all.
I guess so. Yeah. So
see, Lindsay, you have to smile sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
all
we're
right.
smiling, but we're at Grandma's right now. So I work long hours. And so instead of keeping her cooped up in the apartment, I've been bringing her over to Grandma's house during the day while I work, because Grandma's got a really big fenced backyard, plenty of shade. But Grandma's bringing her inside the house mostly because of the heat.
Right.
So.
Good. And I heard a rumor that the introductions between her and your pit bull went very well.
It did. It went very well. Couldn't have gone better. They get along great. That there's no issue whatsoever.
This is good. And she had never met that pit bull before, had she?
Well, I did what you said, Steve. That day that I spoke with you, that first time that we had a video consultation, and you told me to bring my pit bull over to meet Kota. I did that. And so I brought...
And there was a safety of a fence between them, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
But then I took them on a walk together. That same,
good.
I brought them over, met them with the fence in between. Then we let Kota come in the other side. They did great. So I walked them. And then it was a couple days later, I went and picked up Kota and brought her back to the apartment where I have my pit bull, and it was great.
Awesome. See, every once in a while, when you do good first impressions, that goes a long way. And sometimes I get lucky and give good information out. So.
Yep. We
so her
lucky.
potential adopter, there's no problem with them already having a dog in the home, correct?
Correct. And with me living in the apartment complex, it is pet friendly. So I have a lot of neighbors who have a dog or have multiple dogs. There's a dog park there. So we're constantly passing people with their dogs, and Kota is not reactive whatsoever.
Wow. Ain't that amazing?
Yeah.
So what about cats? Has she ever been around a cat?
Yep. I have 2 cats in my apartment. She doesn't mind them one bit.
And what about the cats with Kota? Do they mind Kota?
Nope, not at all.
Oh, well, you got lucky.
Yeah.
And then the burning question is children.
Yeah, she's been great ever since I brought her to the apartment. She's been fine with the kids. I brought her over to grandma's. There's a little boy who my grandma, or I'm sorry, my mom and my stepdad have guardianship of. He's 5 years old, and she's been great with him. He had his little friend over the other day having a play date, and they were loving on Kota, and she was perfectly fine with them.
You do realize you're describing the perfect pair, right?
She's pretty perfect. I mean, when she was younger, she was fine with the kids, but then as she became territorial over the yard over the years, she nipped a little girl, one of my daughter's friends, when they were about 7 or 8 years old. It wasn't an aggressive bite, it was a nip. And one time she nipped my daughter when we were coming in the house with groceries, and there was a lot going on. So we always took precaution with Kota around kids, but ever since, as of lately, she's been perfectly fine with them.
That's because she's now retired. There's no flock isn't there anymore.
That must be it.
When I did my little stint at Ellesmere Island with a biologist up there studying wolves, we had some Great Pyrenees up there, and you know what we discovered? When there's no flock, there's no predator.
Wow.
The wolves and the guardians intermingled with each other.
Huh.
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
So now that was a controlled situation, don't get me wrong. L. David Meach had full control over that situation, but that was fun mentoring under him. But anyway, but it looks like she's enjoying retirement right now.
Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 9.
Oh, okay. A great age. Lots of life left in Kota there.
And she just had a checkup, and all of her blood work, thyroid and everything came back good. That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was very pleased about that.
So her perfect home would probably be a retirement home, not a farm, right?
Right.
Yep, I think so. Yep.
Yeah. And wow, ain't this something?
Yeah.
So Great Pyrenees Rescue Resources, Utah, Montana, or just put your phone on that QR code up there in the upper left corner, and that's the link to Kota's bio, and and just go from there. This is so amazing. She looks so good now.
Well, and everybody said what a gentle giant she is. The vet said she was just a perfect angel, because we went in with a muzzle just to take precaution, and the vet took it off, didn't even need it. Then when we had the grooming appointment, a couple days later, we did the grooming appointment, and, I was a little worried about that. So we took the muzzle for precaution. They didn't even use it. They said she was a perfect angel. She was so sweet. She was so good. And, everybody just loves her. She's just a big sweetheart.
That is so amazing. Wow. And look how comfortable she definitely not camera shy, is she?
No, not at all.
She is loving retirement there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
she just
man.
loves to hang out and just relax and sleep, and she just does her thing.
So, okay. So technically she could probably have older kids in the home just to make sure, right?
Yeah.
And she's been doing fine with dogs and cats and almost anything that breathes, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. And I will say she tends to take to females. She loves women and girls. I don't know what it is about females, but she loves women.
Okay. So as long as you got a mom in the home, so single dads, she'll probably do okay, but she'd do better with a mom and a dad maybe, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's all right. But either way, You got to go through the application process. GPRM or GPRRUM is going to screen you and everything. And sometimes it's going to feel like pulling teeth. Okay. But you see, if it didn't, then the rescue, okay, they're not going to send these dogs to just anybody. They got to get to know you a little bit. Would you agree with that, Julie? You do
Oh,
applications.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And she could even
But-
be an apartment dog, and she, which is a bonus
Yeah,
for some
she-
people too.
Yeah, as mellow as she is,
Right.
but and she does apparently does okay on a leash.
Yep, she does good on the leash. Now the only thing is, a few days ago, our elevator was under maintenance, and I'm on the 3rd floor, and she refused to go down the stairs. So she doesn't like stairs.
Okay, maybe like and dislike wasn't it? Maybe she was afraid to go down them because she didn't have sure footing.
Yeah, maybe so.
But I hope they fixed that elevator.
They did. They had it fixed later that afternoon, and we were able to get down and get outside.
And at 9 years old, she doesn't need to be doing multiple flights of stairs anyway.
Right.
Yeah. Gosh, she really is gorgeous. And you look at her. I never would have guessed when I first saw her out in the field with you, and then to now, she really is just amazing. You need to let her look at herself in the mirror so she knows how gorgeous she is.
I know.
Well, I don't know. She might get an attitude after that one, All right. Lindsay, can you hang out for the rest of the show? I know not, that's fine too, but if you can, that way if she does something cute or something like move, we can let everybody see it.
Yep, absolutely. My pleasure.
All right. So I'm going to make us all the same size again. Well, I guess that didn't work out. There we go. Now we're back. Sheesh.
She's
When you get closer to my age, you'll understand better. Okay. Next dog up, we've had him on once before, like back in June. And I'll tell you what, this boy is just, he'll knock your socks off. He really, really will. And we've also got a video for him. We're going to play while we bring him and Susan up. And for those that came on early for the countdown timer, you already saw him. Just a little preview there.
Oh, Steve, your mic is doing something crazy.
Okay, we'll let Julie take over.
Oh, okay. Well, hi. Thanks for bringing Ransom on. He is absolutely. Oops, where'd he go? There he is. He's a stunning boy. I know.
Wait a minute. Hang on just 1 second. I just want to get one more shot of this.
Yes. You got it, Steve. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
okay, back to my. What's my mic doing anyway, Susan?
I can hear you fine.
But it's doing this weird metallic-y echo thing randomly.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll let Julie take over.
Okay, well, I can hear you fine too. But anyway, well, thanks, Susan, for bringing him on the show. Can you tell us a little bit about him again and remind us about his story?
Sure. So Ransom is, well, and I am also being visited by my own Pyrenees mix here. Oh, Paul as well, because I have some little pieces of cheese because he is food motivated. I think like we all are. He was napping pretty hardcore, so I had to reward him to come over here. I know. Oh, come here. So Ransom is a senior, and sorry, my girl. He's behind me.
She's beautiful too. She just wants some airtime. She wants some.
Yeah. She'll go chase cheese over there. Ransom, come here. Let's get him over on this side so you can get a better look at him. Come here, look. There he is. Come on. He's coming. There he is. So he's a big boy. He is a sweet. That's my girl again.
I love the photo bomb. I just love this.
I know.
What a great show. I love
it. I'm trying. All right, Elsa. Okay. Come here. This is about. Come here, Ransom. It's like toddlers, isn't it? See, we got Ransom again.
When you have cheese, it's like all bets are off.
Yes, it is, and I'm trying to give him like just a little bit to keep him because he likes to go lay on the tile and nap, and I can always move the computer over there. I'm getting kisses from him. He was just looking at my knee. He is so sweet. So Ransom is a senior, and of course, like you saw in his little backstory, he did not have the happiest beginnings, but he is he's the best. There's not a single anything like complaint. I know he's so good. He's good. I have 3 cats. I have dog. I have kids. I live in a neighborhood, so he doesn't try to escape. He walks good on a leash. He does, the little warning bark in the backyard where he tells everybody that there is a big boy at my house. Come here, Ransom. He is so sweet. Like if you're looking for a guy to just chill and hang out with, this is your guy.
Wow.
Sorry, I muted myself.
There you go.
Mayhem here a little bit. He drooled on the mouse pad and
just blame it on the dog.
That's
right.
Anyway, can't really get a good look at his size here, but he is a majestic big man. He is a big guy. There you go.
How much does he weigh?
Fluffy. You know what? I have not had him weighed lately. I'm sure he has put on weight. Like he's gained. He really has filled out. This fur, he is like true polar bear, Pyrenees fur here. He's extremely fluffy. He gets everybody's attention. He is definitely an attention getter. When you walk him or take him anywhere, he is all eyes on him because he is he's a big guy.
He towers over your resident dog, doesn't he?
Yeah, and she's right around 90 pounds. She's a Pyrenees mix, a Pyrenees Central Asian Shepherd mix, and a little bit, a little bit. So she's also very protective, but he's like pushing against me. I know. I got all the friends. Not you, Elsa. Here he is.
Hey, tell her to watch out. Somebody might apply to adopt her.
I know. But he's so, and he does the paw too. He'll probably do that in a minute to me. Yeah. He's watching my hands for cheese, but
that's right.
Yes, as you see, he is just the sweetest guy. He's he's like pushing against me.
Now, how old is he?
I think he's like 8 or 9. I would say he tracks to be a senior. He's not a quick mover. This is not a guy that is getting out of the yard. I would also say he needs a 1-story or to be downstairs. He's not navigating. Right, he's not going up and downstairs. He doesn't even get on the couch. So if you're, worried about having dogs on furniture, this is not the dog. He doesn't get on the furniture. He prefers to just lay on the tile. I mean, I'm in Florida and he's got all that fur. And so he does like the tile.
So basically I got a question.
Yes.
Does he do that?
That's all he does. That's his thing. That's really, let's see if I can, come here, Ransom. He's coming back around.
Oh, Kota just raised her paw up. You see that?
Yep, they're all doing the prey paw.
She moved. She actually moved.
Oh, you can't see. He's doing it too. He was just trying to get me as well.
That's right.
Ransom is so handsome. And that rhymes, and I'm a poet, don't even know it.
Yes, he is. he's a sweetheart. Like really, he gives Pyrenees a good name. He's perfect.
Wow.
He really is.
That's so amazing.
He's good with everybody and everything. So I know.
So besides no stairs, what would you say the perfect home for this handsome fellow would be?
I think he's at the age where he just wants company, just to hang out. He makes a great fluffy rug. He wants to just chill. I work from home. I think that's ideal for him. Is
you see what he's doing? He's watching every move your hand makes.
He is, and it's all gone now. It's all gone. Yeah, he's making sure also there's no crumbs. No crumbs. I know.
Gotcha.
But yeah. So I would say he's a low-key guy. He's not like bothered by I'm getting the pry paw on the leg. He's not bothered by noise and commotion because I do have other kids in the house and stuff, but I think that he's perfect for like just a chill, maybe a retired couple or someone who works from home, or I think he's at the point where he just wants some company, and doesn't require a lot of attention at all. In fact, he's like I said, he's very easy. He just kind of lays and sleeps and naps and enjoys.
Wow.
Goes outside in the yard, barks a little bit at the air. I'm sure it's something for real though. I'm sure there's something really out there, but he does the thing where he lets everybody know there's a big boy at this house, and that's fine. That's what I like Pyrenees to do that. So I appreciate that. But he's so sweet.
You know what it sounds like to me? That him and Kota could go to the same home together.
That's right. They could just take nap. Oh, you can't. He was just smacking my foot down here. He's kind of hard to see.
Okay.
But yeah, he is. And you can't really capture on the camera as well. Like, he's a big boy. This is a big guy. He's no little,
see that.
agile guy at all. He's very majestic. He has a very commanding presence for sure. But sweet as can be. Absolute, just a perfect.
He's slowing down a little bit.
He is. He's in slow mode for sure.
Yeah, so. And that's okay. They're allowed to.
Oh yeah. Oh, and I mean, I know. Look at how sweet he is. Look at that sweetness. I know. He is such a
handsome.
It's not easy being so majestic all the time.
Oh, and he's just, I mean, like I said, he's an attention getter. He's a majestic big boy, and I'm getting a pry paw. He's such a sweet boy. Like, this is just perfection. He is so sweet. I know.
Wow. Well, so far we've had 2 perfect peers on the show.
Yeah,
I know. Every day.
Hard to beat that. But yeah, this guy is like, he's not chewing anything. He's not getting into stuff. And like I said, I have cats, and he doesn't mind anybody. He just chill, hanging out. He's gonna probably get up. There it is, right there.
There it is.
Yeah. So
great Pyrenees Rescue Society. That's where Ransom is.
Yeah.
Or you can click on his or take whatever you do with those QR codes. And his bio is in the comments. Kota's bio is in the comments. So, wow.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
But now he's in that. Now, this boy's not in Texas. He's in Florida, isn't he?
Yeah, he's near Jacksonville. And my other, I got somebody a little bit jealous here, but all right. Other friend that way. But yeah, he's so sweet. He's in Texas. He's near Jacksonville, but he doesn't mind. He goes out in the backyard, rolls around. Doesn't mind the heat too much, honestly. Doesn't stay out long, of course, but he does go out and get some fresh air and scratch his back on the grass. Wow. And
that's so awesome.
Well, we know there's a lot of retirees in Florida, so somebody, he will make the perfect dog for them at, the community, the senior community center. I think he would be the
there you go.
I call him the neighborhood watch. He could be the neighborhood watch.
That's right.
He'll let you know if there's, an Amazon delivery truck in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I bet. All right. Wow. Thank you so much for bringing him on.
Yeah, no problem. He's a sweet boy. He's the sweetest.
Yeah. Can you stay for the rest of the show?
Yep. I'll be here. I'll be hanging out with my other girl too.
And for anybody that's interested, we do have Levi waiting down there in the wings, and he's going to cover dietary requirements, the differences between seniors and adults. So, and Levi's a nutritionist. And hi, Levi.
Hi, Steve. How are you?
Why are you wearing a
Good
heavy
here.
jacket in the middle of summer?
I mean, it's like the beginning of fall here.
Oh, that's right. You're in Alaska.
That's
Yeah,
right.
oh yeah. We already got the leaves changing color. It's time for fall. So we'll
That's
get a
right.
week of
I
fall and
see
then winter
that.
will start.
That's right.
Wow. And I got to bring this up here real quick. There's Kota interacting with a little midget dog, it looked like, or a cat or something.
She does have 4 legs.
Yeah.
that stand. There you go.
Yeah, look at that. There's a little hyper dog that Kota just could care less about.
Oh.
Well, she's gorgeous, isn't she? I just can't
That's
get over how good looking she is. And Ransom. Now, we saved the
think-
best for last, just about.
Right. I think Kota heard there was cheese at Ransom's house, so she's trying to get there.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right. Next up, we have we have a familiar face. Both of them, actually. Well, let's play the video first. Wow, that ended. Hey, video's over. I got it now. I got to find. There we are.
There she
Hi,
is.
Sydney.
Hello.
Sydney.
Boy, there was a couple of good dogs up ahead of Angel Marie, isn't there?
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So we got Ransom and Kota. Now we got Angel Marie. Oh, look at that. Look how gentle.
Yeah, I gave her a couple treats toward the end of the video, and she was taking them so gently they actually fell out of my fingers onto the bed.
Is that the
Cute.
infamous bed? Is that the infamous bed in the video?
Oh yes, that she's like running and jumping on and twirling, and then yes.
Wow.
So
is that short lived? When she gets energy like that, is that short lived?
Yeah, it goes on for a few minutes, and it's a fairly new thing. It's just like another wave of her feeling comfortable, like getting really, like another level of her getting comfortable here. And so it's kind of a recent thing, but it's so funny. That's why I say she's really spunky and quirky, and because she, like, I take her for a walk in the morning, and sometimes if I go take a shower afterwards, I can hear her thundering up and down the hallway because she hasn't gotten all the wiggles out, and it's so funny.
What are you feeding her?
I mean, she just comes in this special little package already.
Wow.
I want to see if I can get her to like get up and turn around. Come on, little one. Come on. Yeah, she's not having it. She's like, well, I know you can reach me with the treat. So.
Oh, she is a Great Pyrenees.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Yes. So
Wow.
I guess I'll just move to her because that's the way it is.
That's what you're supposed to do.
That's right.
Susan will tell you that's the same way with Ransom, and Lindsay will tell you that's the same way with Kota.
Yeah, but she has a lot more energy, not like all day long, but a lot more energy on walks and stuff than other dogs her age that I've known. And so I just think like it's important not to bypass her simply because of the chronological age.
Right.
She had quite the pep in her step while she was on that video. I was like,
yeah. We go for, I mean, I walk pretty fast if a dog will walk fast. And so we go on, and then of course, all of a sudden she smells something interesting, and then we like, halt, and then she has to get all her sniffs out. But yeah, she can truck pretty quickly down the sidewalk.
Wow. And how old is she? 7?
So I think she acts like she's 7. The paperwork says that she's about 8.5. But it's kind of so she might be 8.5, but just because she's smaller and whatever her personality. So I don't know, but I think she acts like an older middle-aged dog or an early senior.
Okay.
So,
Well,
but she doesn't. She in the house. She's never chewed anything. She's never gone to the bathroom. She's never had a potty accident in the house. And she will go outside, but she doesn't want to hang out there very long. Like usually she'll go and sniff, and she might bark once or twice and then come back in. So she mostly wants to hang out in the house.
Okay. What about other dogs? How should you do with other dogs? Have you had that opportunity?
Yeah, her profile seems contradictory because it says that she's good with cats and dogs, and then her bio write-up says that she would be most happy as an only. And I really think that's true. I think overall it would just be easiest for her and for her people if she were an only dog. Okay. Because I think she's had some past experiences that make her extra sensitive and wary of other dogs. And she's made huge strides for becoming comfortable and confident when other dogs. So in the beginning, when I would take her for a walk, if she saw another dog, she would turn and want to walk the other way. Like literally complete avoidance. No matter what the size of dog. And then as I would watch her body language, she got more comfortable with some dogs, and any dog that seemed super like kind of in your face, she was not into it.
Wow.
She's met some puppies nose to nose, and she really liked them, but she doesn't like the kind of puppies that are like going to jump in her face. So if they're respectful puppies, she really likes them. She's met a couple neighbor dogs across the alley that are very dog friendly. They're a husky and a husky cattle dog mix, And at first she was like, whoa, because she met through the fence, but the gap was pretty big. So the dogs could almost get their heads through. And for a second, she was like, oh. And then I was just talking nicely because I know those dogs really well because they've gotten out and I've helped catch them. And so, and they just wanted to be friends. And to me, having friendly dogs with me. So those two neighbor dogs automatically assumed Angel Marie was going to be friendly. And I think that was really helpful because, dogs are like people, like they read other dogs' attitudes. And she actually got a big kiss on the face and it shocked her. It was so funny. And it was actually the female dog. They ended up touching noses for a second, and the female dog just gave her a big old lick on the nose, and Angel Marie was like, whoa. And then the next day when we saw them again, she just barked once, like, don't be too friendly with me.
So what would her perfect home look like at this point?
Yeah, I think she could potentially live in a home with like a dog savvy cat that wasn't scared and ran a lot, like a cat probably like Melanie's cat, who always likes to hang out on the show with everybody, would be fine because she but no little kids, because I think in her background we've come across some younger kids and that didn't really understand boundaries. They meant well and they wanted to pet her, but it did not go well. And so I think probably older teens would be okay. A cat that was not, would not necessarily run from her, because we've passed like a 20-pound bunny rabbit just sitting out on the sidewalk. Like it got loose from somebody's house and she just walked right past it. But if a cat gets up and runs away from her, then she's like, boom, 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 like bouncing around like, ooh, let's play, let's have, so a really calm home environment. Somebody who likes to take her for walks, no little kids, but I think she could live with another dog that was maybe smaller and just mellow, but it would need to be a super. It would need to be like
drought, right?
Yeah, maybe weeks, a couple weeks of slow introductions, like not being in the same shared space. So that's why I say it's easier that she's an only dog, because most people, unless they have foster experience, are not going to have the patience for a true slow introduction. And frankly, like, she's so happy as an only dog because nobody's hassling her. Nobody's, like, she can come and go as she pleases. She can lay on whatever surfaces she wants. And she really is doing great. Like, as you saw in the video, she just rolls around on her back sometimes. It's like, so
that's why I was thinking she would be a good dog for Levi, because Levi rolls around on his back like that a lot too. Sorry, Levi. So Great Pyrenees Rescue Society.org, that's where Angel Marie is, or you can do that thing with that QR code, whatever it is you do, 2 QR codes.
And she's up in the Pacific Northwest, so Washington, Oregon, anywhere around there,
Alaska.
There's lots of Alaska, yeah. lots of active people. We do have dogs. We have sent dogs up to Alaska.
See that, Levi? You're not out of the question.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Now, let's talk a little bit about when dogs get older, their dietary needs change somewhat, don't they?
They can. It depends on the individual as well.
Mm-hmm. So how do we realize that, and then what do we do about it?
Mm-hmm. So a lot of people will often start to see their dog, especially our giant breeds here, slowing down, or maybe showing some hesitation in sitting, getting up, laying down, moving quickly, and so that can be indicative of, maybe a joint pain, or maybe something is strained and hurting, or that just as they're aging that they're getting weaker. And that doesn't necessarily have to be, oh, my dog is getting older, therefore he will be in pain, because that's something that, especially through diet, that we can manage and modulate for them so that they don't have to necessarily be in any excessive amounts of pain, or to be in enough pain to show us that they are in pain now. And that's the fun part about the nutrition aspect, is that again, we don't have to wait for the need of it when we can maintain and modulate their health now, so that hopefully we never see that need, or that they are exhibiting, or that they're experiencing enough pain to exhibit pain. Because our dogs, of course, can be very good at being stoic and not showing that pain. We also might start seeing touch sensitive dogs, especially in those joint areas where they may be less tolerant of gentle manipulation, or any grabbing, squeezing. And so those are just some other things that we want to look out for. Again, namely just on the topic of our giant seniors here.
Okay.
And then
What's your
it's also that often senior pet food, which is often, unfortunately, based off of a 1950 study done on rats, uh, that there's a misconception that our senior pets require less protein based off of this study done on rats and not facultative carnivores. And so, oftentimes, as well, senior pet foods will say that they are lower in protein, which unfortunately then makes them higher in carbohydrate. But in actuality, our senior pets require 50% more protein than their average healthy adult counterparts. And so realistically, we want a high quality, bioavailable, high protein dog food to offer our senior pets here, to help with that protein turnover in the body and prevent just through age body cachexia, which is that muscle wasting.
Hey, Levi, it's Julie. I have a question. We've had our seniors today from coast to coast. Does it matter on
Sorry,
the
that was super
climate?
choppy. Try that again.
Oh, sorry. So we have dogs from coast to coast today. And does it matter like the environment, like hot weather versus cold weather? Does that affect how we feed our senior dogs as well?
Did you get that, Levi?
Could you hear me?
I did not.
Oh,
Okay, she
Are
wants
you hearing
to.
the same thing that I'm hearing? Oh, perhaps not then.
No,
okay.
I'm hearing good stuff.
Okay.
Okay, yeah,
So,
I'm just hearing a couple
so
words in and out.
she's asking, since these dogs are from different parts of the country today,
Mhm.
different climates, does that change the food?
Uh, so at a much deeper level that could be discussed at a later date, it could imply changing the different types of food there. And that just comes more into the again, the much deeper topic of food energetics. So if we're in a hotter environment, we might consider not feeding heating or warming proteins, versus a cool environment that are, especially our dogs who are mostly big and fluffy, are going to prefer either a neutral or a cooling protein. But again, that's a much deeper dive topic for a separate occasion here. And so rather, no, it's a good question here. But even so, I guess a similar note, something that I run into up here is that a lot of folks, because we get the -40, -50 winters up here, a lot of folks will say that they want their dogs to have extra fat cushioning on them for the winter. But unfortunately, that's generally not the direction we want to go, especially in our senior dogs and especially here in our giant breeds. Just because that obesity or just the overweightness is an inflammatory issue. And so for our senior dogs, we want to keep those inflammatory markers off as much as we can manage, for their hips and joints, and keeping things moving well through the body, and that includes their organs as well here.
Now, does it help to rub their chins while they're eating like that, maybe?
I don't know about while they're eating, but I'm sure they enjoy a good chin scratch here and there.
Wow.
But so because you mentioned that, like we've got Pyrenees here from all over the country, and that includes our, if any, viewers here. And so a couple things that we can utilize, or rather that we can collectively avoid or collectively utilize. And so I generally say if we can cut out unnecessary carbohydrates where possible. So if we're feeding pizza, toast, bread, extra additional, like, our starches, brown rice, white rice, and then in food, corn, soy, and wheat, just because they're typically pretty pro-inflammatory. We want to stick with a more beneficial carbohydrate there, or even better, just going with a high-quality bioavailable protein. And so I like to do single ingredient, at least for my crew, freeze-dried or frozen raw foods, or treats. So beef, liver, liver, heart, lung. I like to feed. I have some brain in my freezer right now. Or
Wait a
I got a
minute.
bag
Wait a
of
minute.
kidneys.
You left your brains in the freezer?
No, not my brains, but I left some
Oh,
pork brains in the freezer for my crew.
okay. I got a question.
Hmm.
First of all, it looks like Ransom might be down for the count here. But anyway,
Ransom
she
looks
was
tired.
giving him little cheese squares for treats, and he was
Hmm.
loving them. Is
Oh
there
yeah.
anything wrong with that one?
As
I
long
do
as
it
we're not
too.
seeing any GI distress with cheese, just because our dogs and cats, as most mammals are generally lactose intolerant after weaning. And so if we see any gastric distress, then we want to do something either sheep milk or goat milk, because those are considered not only universal mammal milks with the smallest fat molecule for most of our mammals to break down easily, but it's also that the A2 that is within cow milk is oftentimes as well what we as mammals, humans included, may react to if we are not necessarily lactose intolerant.
I've
Okay.
never heard that before, so I'm really grateful to hear that.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, and so even better off that kind of to segue off of that is that goat milk that you can buy from. I mean, I get mine from a pet retail store where I work. But if you've got any local farmers who have goat milk, not only is that a great source of your calcium here for their strong bones and teeth, but goat milk in and of itself is almost a complete and balanced meal just by itself. And especially with our seniors here, whether it's goat milk or bone broth, is a great source of intracellular moisture to keep their organs and the digestive system lubricated and motile.
Okay,
Okay. So
that's amazing.
now,
Mm-hmm.
what makes the freeze dried and or the dehydrated treats better than other
Mm-hmm.
treats?
So because they've taken, in the case of freeze-dried, they've taken no heat damage whatsoever, and instead have been sublimated with either high-pressure processing, or for some companies now they're using a blue light UV radiation to safely treat and remove or ensure any pathogenic bacteria is not available on any freeze-dried or frozen raw, is what cleans them and makes them safer to handle and touch. We should all still be, of course, washing our hands after handling anything dog related here. But because they've taken no heat damage and also have little to no carbohydrate, if any, especially in single ingredient treats, then we're not feeding sugar essentially into the body, which also, just like in our senior humans, excess sugar is just not great for us.
Okay. So basically, we got a lot less chance of making our dogs look like footballs with legs.
Correct, especially our senior dogs and especially our big fluffies. It's really easy for that to get away from us because we assume they are meant to be large animals, and that if we're not feeling appropriately through their undercoat, or if they have an impacted undercoat, then we may be misfeeling their ribs and spine, as we want to readily be able to find.
Look at Ransom. It's hard eating that cheese. Just ask him. He'll tell you.
But the
He's
cheese is
just
fine,
sad
and
about
everything
the
in
cheese.
moderation. And of course, again, just watch stool afterwards. And then other things that we can always add to our pets' diets here is a fish oil, and that's typically we want that to be in an airtight bottle. Ideally, opaque is better. And then once opened, no matter the brand, I insist, that should go in the fridge after opening and is best finished within 90 days of opening. But we want those fish oils to be sourced from our low mercury, high EPA, high DHA accruing fish. And that EPA, DHA is good for brain, retinol, and heart health, but is also
Wow.
anti-inflammatory for their hips and joints.
What about coconut oil?
So coconut oil has some mixed reviews here, just because it was originally touted as a medium chain triglyceride, but in actuality is a long chain triglyceride, and so while it can complete some diets that might be lacking, it's thought that perhaps as a long chain triglyceride, it takes them longer to break down and may possibly be more inflammatory than anti-inflammatory.
Melanie literally has her hands full.
Yeah.
Amazing. And they're quiet. Why are yours so quiet, Levi?
I'm not at home at the moment. That's why they're so quiet.
They're not with you. That's why.
They're not even here.
I love it. I love it. Wow. Wow. Wow, Levi. So now kibble to kibble. Say somebody can't afford or doesn't know how to do raw. For seniors, they make special senior kibble, just about every manufacturer. What's your thoughts on that? And is there one better than is there one better than the other?
Oh yes, there are going to be ones better than others. We want especially kibble for senior pets to be higher in animal protein and lower in carbohydrates. And unfortunately, by nature, kibble is 40 to 60% carbohydrate. Just that is the vessel in which nutrients are strung together here. That's what makes that brown kibble shape. And then unfortunately, the average bag of kibble has been cooked 4 to 6 times at 400 degrees. And so we want something that's taken the least amount of heat damage, and also is still, again, abundantly higher in animal protein rather than plant-based protein that may be packing the numbers. So white rice can pack the numbers. Corn, soy, and wheat can also impact protein numbers. And again, those are highly inflammatory to the body. So there are, again, going to be senior pet foods out there that are better than others.
And you, Levi, you said senior dogs should have about 15% more protein.
50. So it's 50% more protein
50.
than their healthy adult counterparts. And so the average bag of senior pet food, because it is more often than not a marketing thing, will be lower in protein, higher in carbohydrate by nature then. And so just off the top of my head, a couple brands that I like to recommend to people for senior pet foods. And this will just depend on what's available to you guys in your areas and, of course, most importantly, your budget. But a couple that I like as a senior pet food that I do believe as a good senior pet food would be specifically Nulo. Has a good senior food.
Yeah.
Origin, which I know is unfortunately top dollar, but it is a higher protein, lower carbohydrate ratio. Signature is an all life stage food that can appropriately be fed to seniors because it's higher protein. And then First Mate is another energy dense, high protein dog food that can also be very cost effective depending on where you're getting it from. And those are just a few off the top of my head that I know of a dry brand that are going to, again, read nicely and lower in carb, higher in animal protein.
You didn't mention my brand.
Yeah, Diamond Natural is fine. I think their senior dog food,
that, sir.
their senior dog food, I think, could be higher in protein, lower in carb, but it is in its own good way. It's a good, economically budget-friendly food that meets the needs of many, as opposed to specializing in the needs of one, which is fine. That has its own practical purpose.
Well, my Sasha will be a senior next September, a year from next month. Mm-hmm. So I like the idea of the Nulo. I'll have to look into that.
Sure. Yeah, and then even if, let's say, we can't change our base diet food here, which is fine, because the nice thing is it doesn't have to be all or nothing. If we can even exchange up to 20% of their daily intake with something fresh and whole food, we can still reap at least some of those benefits and see those benefits. And so that may be, say, adding on some like gently steamed or lightly cooked let's say ground turkey, because beef is really expensive right now. Or I was going to say eggs, but those are also kind of expensive and a hot topic right now. But eggs could be a good option too. Again, those high EPA, high DHA, but low mercury accruing fish. Those are your smash fish, sardines, mackerel, anchovy, herring, and minnows. Those can be a good source if you're also including those either dehydrated, freeze-dried, or if you're buying them from the store in a can, they should be in water only, not oil or juice. And those can be added safely onto your pets. For dogs our size here, you could do that 2 to 3 times a week, or work your way up to it, and then see how they do with that on top of their dish.
I scramble my dogs an egg once a day.
Yeah, perfect. And the less heat damage the eggs take, just because they are, in a great way, a powerhouse, but very fragile to heat damage, the less we can do cooking to the eggs, the slower we do it as well, the better. The more nutrients stay intact.
So what? Give them to them raw?
You can if you want, and if they like it, or if they do well on it. With our senior pets, we may see that they have, or they can have a harder time with, say, straight up raw, which is why gently cooked, which is its own category below raw food and above canned food and way above kibble. Gently cooked can be an appropriate option for our senior pets if raw is either too much for them to break down, or in our immunocompromised pets here, no matter their age, we want to have a caution with raw, even though
Okay.
the FDA has a zero tolerance policy on pathogenic bacteria for raw food.
Right. Now, what do you say to the veterinarians that tell people if you don't eat it raw, don't feed it to your dog raw?
I'm certainly not here to fight against any veterinarians, as not a veterinarian myself. But because our dogs are different creatures, different species here, with a much shorter digestive tract and a higher pH stomach, again, if they are not immunocompromised, then we, the humans, are practicing good hygiene methods. Beef and chicken can be safely fed raw. Pork we do want to gently steam just because it can be susceptible to trichinosis. But other things, if we're doing it freeze-dried raw, which have had that kill step with no heat denaturation, if that's I guess, the safest, cleanest way for us, the humans, to deliver it into them and keep the vets happy because it can be complete and balanced,
Right.
so be it. I'm not here to
Now-
fight any fights here.
No. I just asked that question because my vet says that. All
Yeah,
right. Now,
and our dogs are facultative carnivores. We're just built different.
right. But and also too, we're seeing on the news daily almost salmonellas in lettuce, salmonellas in this, E. coli's in that. We're having outbreaks.
Right, and so we are
That
having
makes
those
me want to
outbreaks right
cook
now
it
in the
even.
world.
Yeah, that makes me want to cook it even more. Except salad, I
Sure.
don't. Yeah.
Oh, sure. And in this case, with these kind of circumstances, sure, by all means, cook it. Or even better, avoid it and get a clean brand.
Yeah.
But
Right.
because our dogs,
Absolutely.
again, have a much shorter digestive tract and food stays in them from start to finish 6 to 8 hours, give or take, compared to humans, 12 to 24. Generally, in non-immunocompromised dogs with healthy gut bacteria, the bacteria there, so if food does have some amount of salmonella shed, which in fact their dry kibble is much more likely to have salmonella shed, just because kibble has a lot more wiggle room, unfortunately. But just that our dogs are less likely for that to be an issue because it stays in their stomach much shorter time in a much higher pH.
All right. Now, my Akbosh, when I make a piece of beef for him, he makes me put the meat thermometer in it so he can read it.
Oh, sure. I'm sure he does.
So he's a little picky on that. Oh, wow. What a show we had today. Levi, thank you. Again, 2 weeks in a row you came on.
Of course, Steve. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
Levi, I literally took notes on my phone while you were. So, because
there you go.
That's really, you just shared some really valuable information.
That's right.
I'm just happy to help feed our dogs.
Yeah.
And anytime we have a behavior client and anything nutrition is brought up, I just tell them, you got to book with Levi.
Mm-hmm.
I can only tell you what I do. That may not work for you. Levi's going to know better what works for you and your dog. So
Right, and I'm always happy to help, whether it's via text message, email, or setting up a consult, which I'm figuring out what's wrong with mine. Then we can always discuss just how to better your dog's bowl, as opposed to we have a problem right now.
Yep.
We don't have to wait for a problem. That's the fun part about the nutrition
right.
is that we can feed them now to hopefully prevent things later.
Yeah. Senior, they start getting up slower, not because they're old, it's because, well, senior giant breeds are highly susceptible to hip issues, orthopedic issues. So, so just like Levi was saying, there are certain foods and supplements that we can put them on early. I always put my dogs at 4 years old. My dogs go on hip and joint additives, supplements. All right. And that way, hopefully it helps them out as time goes by.
And then from there, Steve, I would actually suggest, you know, at your own convenience here, rotating your supplement as well to something of equal or better quality, so that we're getting different sourcing from different, more bioavailable sources, and you can always come back.
Okay. So
but
use
I like to have 3 or 4 different brands for a similar supplement, kind of in the back of my head, so that when I'm done with one, if I'm feeling spicy, I might go to the next brand.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, just so that, again,
right.
it's more bioavailable and the body continues to recognize new things.
There you go. And at some point in time, we got to get somebody on here on affordable flea and tick preventatives. Because even in Australia, they're almost as much as a vet now because of tariffs.
Sure.
Okay. So my fancy little petmeds.biz is no longer an option for me. And because now they're charging shipping only to the U.S. and tariffs only to the U.S. and I can't afford that.
Sure.
So I've been looking around, and I got to buy some now because next month is coming up quick. So I may end up having to take them, you know, go to the vet and get some, you know, from there. But I'm looking around. It's already too late for Australia. I'll have to get a prescription. Chewy is actually cheaper in Australia now. Yeah. So anyway, wow. Thank you guys for Lindsay. Thank you for bringing that beautiful girl on. And Susan, boy, I can never get too much of Ransom. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
All right, no problem. And Sydney, well, Sydney already knows. Angel Marie is just the best, isn't she?
Heck yeah.
Hey, Levi or Pickles just caught sight of Angel Marie. His tongue just came out.
You know, she was actually like periodically watching the screen. So
I saw that.
It was pretty funny. Yeah, she definitely
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
All right. So Pickles is laying down now. He says all the pretty girls are gone. So but I think let's get these dogs a home so well the fosters can take another dog. And I'll tell you, I've been here, done it. Seniors are absolutely the best. They're the best. The only downfall is you don't get them as long, but I'm okay with that. At least I know that my dogs, my seniors, had the best. If even just the last days of their life, they were still going to be the best.
It's worth it. I mean, it's definitely worth it.
Yes, it is.
It does bum me out sometimes when people are really firmly opposed to seniors because they say they're not going to have them long enough. But the reality is we never know how long we're going to have our dogs. And, you know, like the personality, the temperament, the energy level, all of those things are super, super important. And I think age less so. And so I really do wish people would focus less on age. It's like, but, you know, I also understand, but I think those of us who've just interacted with a lot more dogs over our lifetime, maybe have a little bit different opinion about these things, but yeah, I mean, these are some pretty darn wonderful dogs that were on the show today.
That's right. Yes, they were. And you know, rescue gets people that wants to surrender their dogs because they became seniors too. And
that's what happened with her.
And you know, all I can say to that is you're getting rid of your dog at the prime of their life.
Right.
Come on. So I tell Pickles sometimes, You're lucky you're going to be a senior in about 3 years. Because he turns into one of my favorites. Seniors are the best. So
They are.
Now you're turning into seniors too, aren't they, Levi? Aren't they getting close?
Yeah, my girl will be 8 this October, and then my boy turns 6 this February.
Okay,
And
so your
the
boy's
nice
got a
thing
little
is, as
ways to
well, is
go.
that yeah, he's got a little ways to go. The nice thing is that yeah, with seniors, we don't know how much time we'll get left, but the beauty of that is if you're also feeding and caring for them well, you might get more than you thought you would.
Yeah, that's right. So, but anyway, well, all right, everybody. Next week, I don't even know what's going on next week. Is anybody? Lori will be here. I can't remember who's coming on.
Next week is Bianca, Jelly, and maybe Corky.
Oh, Corky. If I think Corky's Foster is going out of town or something, and I don't remember when she's. We'll see. Corky's a cutie pie too. Now he's a young one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, everybody.
right.
Susan and Lindsay and Sydney, thank you for bringing them on. Maybe we can try to make this say we don't want to do maybe an annual senior Sunday. Maybe it depends on how many seniors come in, huh? And look at that. Now, how old is she, Susan?
Elsa is coming up on 13. So
Wow.
she's
Holy cow.
and she's still pretty. I don't know if it's because I did get her. She's actually from Washington State. I got her from a rescue out there as a puppy, and she has had, good nutrition and she's a good healthy weight. And I think maybe that is helping too, that she's had a good leg up in terms of, her
And
life.
she's smaller frame too.
She was the runt by far of the litter. Like when I got her, she was definitely the rest of them were massive puppies. And
13 years old. Wow, she's
she
gorgeous.
is, yeah.
She looks like Saint Bernard. She almost looks like Saint Bernard.
Does.
Yeah.
If you got a better look at her, you can see some of that Central Asian Shepherd, the stoic looking face. She's but she does have like Saint Bernard coloring. So I'm not sure where that. She's got a little bit. I think she's 25% German Shepherd too. So, yeah,
she's got a mixture of the best.
Yeah, and I think that probably does help too with the
All right.
some of that longevity.
All right, everybody.
A little bit there.
Levi, if we need you, you'll be available probably, right?
That's right.
Yeah, see, Levi's in Alaska, and he represents New Hope Behaviorist Consultants for the Guardians in Alaska, but he also has paid clients too. So he's got dual things going on there, and sometimes he can get Sunday clients because he also has a day job. So basically, other than geography, he's got the best life. All right, everybody. You guys have a good one. We'll see you next week. Bye now.
Yep.
Bye, everybody.